Today's video is going to be incredibly powerful and eye-opening. We have a special guest, Harvard psychiatrist Chris Palmer, who's about to share some mind-blowing insights on mental health. From living through despair to finding hope, this is a story you won't want to miss. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive into the incredible journey of transformation. Stay tuned. Obesity and diabetes in mothers increase the risk of autism in children, and Dr. Chris Palmer's research delves into the link between metabolic health and mental disorders. Mental disorders are labeled as terminal illnesses by some governments, leading to assisted suicide for treatment-resistant cases, highlighting the failure of current treatments. Global prevalence of mental illness is increasing, with a significant rise in rates of autism, ADHD, bipolar disorder, and depression over the last 28 years. Current treatments, including medications, show limited efficacy, with high rates of treatment-resistant cases in depression, bipolar disorder, and schizophrenia. The argument that increased awareness is the reason for rising mental health disorders is dismissed, with evidence from teachers and emergency rooms pointing to a real increase in symptoms. Deaths of despair, including suicides and addiction-related deaths, have doubled in the last 20 years, indicating a severe and alarming rise in mental health problems. Dr. Palmer emphasizes the overlooked role of metabolic health in mental disorders, proposing that chronic brain conditions are, in fact, metabolic disorders affecting the brain. Skyrocketing rates of mental illness correlate with rising rates of obesity, overweight, diabetes, and prediabetes, indicating a connection between metabolic conditions and mental health. Metabolic dysfunction involves the process of converting food and oxygen into energy in cells, particularly in the brain, leading to mental health symptoms when malfunctions occur. Mitochondria, tiny structures in cells, play a crucial role in converting food and oxygen into energy, and dysfunction in mitochondria is linked to various mental and metabolic disorders. Mitochondria, often known as the powerhouse of the cell, are more complex than just energy production. They are dynamic structures involved in cellular processes, evolution, and genetic predispositions to mental health disorders. Genetic predisposition to mental health disorders involves genes influencing metabolism and mitochondria, rather than specific genes for individual disorders. Traumatic events trigger physiological responses, activating the sympathetic nervous system, increasing heart rate, blood glucose, cortisol levels, and causing inflammation, creating a survival mode. Effective resolution of trauma involves an individual's ability to mitigate its impact, while prolonged fear and stress can lead to sustained metabolic changes affecting mitochondrial function and contributing to mental health disorders. Trauma response. After a severe trauma, the body and brain go into a defense mode, diverting energy from cell maintenance to self-defense, potentially leading to cell malfunction. Diet's role. Dr. Chris Palmer asserts that diet plays a significant role in mental health. Contrary to the belief of many mental health clinicians, mental disorders are seen as metabolic in nature. Personal experience. Changing the speaker's diet to a low-carbohydrate diet not only resolved metabolic issues, but also significantly improved mental health, leading to better mood and energy levels. Mitochondrial function. The positive impact of dietary changes on mental health is attributed to improved mitochondrial function, releasing chemicals that contribute to positive mental health. Ultra-processed foods. Consumption of ultra-processed foods is linked to an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and other mental disorders, based on epidemiological studies and animal models. Extreme case study. A woman with schizophrenia experienced a remarkable recovery, including symptom remission, weight loss, and improved overall health through the implementation of a ketogenic diet. Ketogenic diet and seizures. The ketogenic diet developed over a century ago to address seizures, is supported by evidence as a treatment for epilepsy, and its positive effects on the brain include improving mitochondrial function. Ketogenic diet used for epilepsy may lead to seizure-free outcomes for about 1/3 of people after 5 years. The diet forces a metabolic transition mediated through mitochondria, resulting in various improvements. Fasting, similar to the ketogenic diet, can positively impact mental health by changing mitochondrial biology, improving insulin signaling, and more. However, caution is advised for underweight individuals and should be done in a supervised, safe manner. High sugar intake over time can impair mitochondrial function, leading to oxidative stress and contributing to metabolic and mental disorders. Low sugar intake in healthy individuals is generally acceptable. Caffeine can stimulate metabolism, but must be consumed in moderation. Excessive stimulation, whether from caffeine or glucose, may lead to oxidative stress and mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondrial dysfunction is linked to autism, and the rising rates of autism may be connected to environmental factors, including metabolic problems in parents, obesity, diabetes. Early intervention in children showing signs of metabolic or mental health issues is crucial. Prioritizing factors like sleep, less screen time, family connection, and avoiding substances can positively impact overall well-being. Living with someone severely depressed and suicidal creates an overwhelming sense of despair and hopelessness, impacting one's emotional well-being. The speaker, initially wanting to stay alive to help someone else, later developed suicidal thoughts and struggled with self-harm, emphasizing the profound impact of mental health challenges. The speaker's book is described as a revolutionary breakthrough in understanding mental health, offering solutions and hope for various mental health conditions. Chris expresses a desire to be known for transforming from someone who gave up on life to someone who found hope, encouraging others facing similar struggles that positive change is possible. Despite not being able to save his mother, the speaker's work and dedication to mental health are acknowledged as a saving grace for many families, bringing gratitude for the positive impact. For the full podcast, check out the link in the description.